Hello folks, so I'm here with you again today from Horton Community Farm. I'm very pleased to be with you. Thank you for watching. I'm here as part of the Mindfulness garden, and my idea today is to share a few thoughts with you from the garden. And the first one I wanted to focus on was linked to last week, if you saw the email. If you didn't, I was talking about permaculture and systems thinking. So reminding us that we are all, as individuals, we're systems. We are systems within systems, and we're part of systems. So I am a thinking system, I'm a being system, I need food, water, I'm a human system, and I'm linked to other human systems, as it were, so other human beings and other species. And so I wanted to use that context or framework in which to share thoughts around nature connection and the nature connection and mindfulness. So that's one thing I wanted to share. So the ethics of permaculture are earth care, people care, and fair shares or future share. And the idea of that is that we can only really be well if we take care of earth, where we live, the systems that provide for us for food, water, air, shelter, the soil, and if we look after each other. So people care, people we know, people we don't know. And also if we think about fair shares or future care. So permaculture, whether it always acknowledges it or not, is at least partly a system that takes from indigenous knowledge and systems and the wisdom of people who live closely with earth and natural systems. And so part of that philosophy or that way of being is to acknowledge that we need to leave a fair share for other people, other species, and for the future. So not just people and species who are here now, but people and species who may be here in the future. Which is part of why movements such as Extinction Rebellion became so significant, because unless we think about the future, then we can't really say our systems are working well now. And obviously this is something that we are becoming more aware of with the current situation. Our global systems are lacking in resilience in lots of places, and our local systems are sometimes lacking in resilience. But I do truly believe that it is local systems where we can rebuild the resilience that we need. So what do I mean by resilience? I mean looking out for Earth in our immediate environments, looking out for each other, the people that are near to us, the people we care about, the people who are physically near to us, our neighbours, the groups of people that we meet and share our lives with, and always sparing a thought for the future, leaving the world a better place. So leaving the soil healthier, leaving the air cleaner. This should be part of our aims. So those are the ethics of permaculture. And I hope you can see that each of them has care in the name, and that caring is part of what we need to do for ourselves, for, like I said, for the groups of people that we know and care about, for people we don't know, how we live in society and how we share our thoughts and ideas, our learnings. So that was part of what I wanted to share. I will put links on the email elsewhere, so you can check the permaculture ethics. And I also wanted to refer back to the 5 ways of well-being. So we have 5 ways of well-being which are promoted through the network of well-being and through the NHS. I mentioned them in my email last time in my video, and one of those ways to well-being is to connect. So connection is a bit of a buzzword at the moment. People are trying to stay connected to themselves in terms of health, to one another, in mutual aid and solidarity, supporting one another in communities, and of course through the internet and the wonder of the technologies that we have available, and of course also to nature. So this is a big part of what we're doing with the Mindfulness Garden. We're hopefully gently reminding people that nature is here, nature is around us, we are part of nature. Part of the philosophy of the Western world has been to try to claim supremacy and distance from nature, but the reality is we are part of nature. And perhaps it is up to each of us to rediscover the ways in which we are connected, the systems that we depend on, and to really think about that connection and how it flows in our lives. How do we show care to ourselves and one another, to Earth, and to the future? So I'm very happy once again to be here with you. I absolutely love this place, Horton Community Farm. I'm sat here with this beautiful rocket flower head, and I've just tasted a bit of rocket, and that always helps me to connect in this space. So I'd like to invite you to think about ways in which you can stay connected this week. So hopefully the mindfulness practice will be useful and part of this, and perhaps there's something you can do in nature to help you stay connected. Maybe it's looking at a flower that you have in the garden or the yard or in a pot. Perhaps it's looking out of the window at the birds, listening to their bird song. Perhaps it's tending something, could be sowing some seeds. Have a think about something that will help you to connect this week. Perhaps you're able to go for a walk. So yeah, I'd just like to sit with you for a moment and invite you to think ahead what would help you to connect. Thank you for joining me, folks. I hope you do find something in nature, in yourself, that connects you this week, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the Mindfulness Garden, and I look forward to being with you again next week. Thank you.